We're back at the park. Nova? Hi. Welcome to July, my dudes. There you go. Can you see the rainbow? Yeah. That was cool to see. But Nova, where are we going? Where are we going? Are you excited? Nova? Hi. Are you happy, ball? Are you a happy ball? Are you a happy girl? Yeah. Did you get your ball? Good job, dude. Another lesson we can learn from the dog park is to take rest. When she runs for the ball, she runs like a torpedo. She runs like it's nobody's business. She like flies. It's actually like superhuman feat the way she moves when she runs for the ball, but she only does it like 2 or 3 times in a row and then she chills for like 5 minutes. So I think that's another lesson that we can take from the dog park and from Nova and from puppies in general, is that work hard, play hard, rest hard. Work hard, play hard, rest hard. You ready to go? Yeah. Y'all ain't ready for this. Bam, 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 bam. Play hard, rest hard. Nova? So we are going for a walk in Takai today. Hey doves. Yeah, it's quite cool. The last time I walked here, my dad's back. Lol at me still being awkward and shy about vlogging in public, even in front of my dad. The last time I was here was also with my dad actually, and we were going for a walk. And it was quite special to be there again, because the last time I was there, I was busy doing my teaching practical for my PGCE, postgraduate certificate of education. I'm actually a qualified high school teacher, and I was going through this like quarter life crisis of realizing that I didn't really want to be a mainstream school teacher, and it was causing me a lot of anxiety because it was like the trajectory that I had set for my life, and I had committed to working for the next 3 years of my life, which in the grand scheme isn't that long, but like in your early 20s when you've been studying for 4 years, another 3 years just feels like the end of the world. It did for me anyway. And at that time, my dad just gave me this real sense of peace, because we were walking here one day and I was venting to him about my anxieties about teaching and about working in the mainstream schooling system. And he just said point blank to me, Ash, if you don't want to be a teacher, you don't have to be a teacher. Coming from someone who was a teacher himself. And when he said that to me, it was like this light bulb went off inside of me, like, oh my gosh, I don't have to do this. And that was a huge turning point for me in my journey, realizing that that wasn't actually what I wanted to do. It was, beginning of a whole other journey that I'm still on. But yeah, it was an awesome time and an awesome moment to realize that I don't have to do it if I don't want to. Neither do you. You're good.
Nice. No complaints.
Good stuff. Baby girl. We did a nice walk.
Do you bother when you get back, or do you just
Yeah.
tile it down?
Yeah. Vegan French toast. And we've had a few casualties, but I have figured it out and now we're having success. I look wild. Yeah, it's going. It's going. I'm having to do, well not having, I always do this workout, but lately it's been stormy. Yo, Cape of Storms here. Cape Town's been already stormy lately, and yeah, I think for like the last 3 days I haven't gone out, so not even to walk the hound because the still weather's been that bad. So we're both a little bit pent up, so I had my moon time, so it was okay to chill, but now I'm like through it and working out because I feel like my body's like disintegrating from lack of use, and also just good to get the energy flowing. So we're at the park again. Took a break in the storm to come expend some energy and get some outside time. She's very excited. Hi. Are you excited? Are we outside? Gonna throw? Hey, excuse me. An interesting experience this morning. There was a miscommunication. I was asked to open the gate because we're staying with my sister and there's a few of us in the house and there's not enough keys for everyone. And I was asked to open the gate for her fiance, and little did I know that he'd already opened it. There was my partner. Anyway, long story short, I closed the gate on his car, which he just went to the panel beaters like last week or maybe even this week, because someone rear-ended him in traffic, and then I closed the gate on his car, which was cuck. So he was just like really angry, not at me but at the situation, and it was like I was definitely in the wrong because I pressed the button and I should have looked, but it was a miscommunication, so I can't entirely like hate on myself, and we all, we're humans, we make mistakes. So but it really was a deep trigger for me, and I had, woo, it's stormy. They hide behind the tree. I had a similar such experience last year where I unplugged, we were staying elsewhere in Reisner, and I unplugged our extension lead from a plug. Little did I know that plug was like tripping the whole farm we were living on, and I just literally unplugged my extension lead. Like, it had nothing plugged into it. I was just trying to move it to another part of the house, and in doing that tripped the entire farm which inconvenienced like a whole bunch of people, and again obviously was met with like exacerbation and anger. Once again, not directly aimed at me, but aimed at the situation. But once again, I was the catalyst / trigger for the situation, which I seem to have been quite a few times in my life. I always seem to trigger people. It's never intentional. It's always like this, just by being my clumsy self or my authentic self. I just push people's buttons sometimes. But oftentimes it's people with anger issues, like within themselves, and it's like not all on me. But yeah, anyway, it really made me reflect, because it like brought up, which is really in alignment with astrology of what's going on at the moment. I follow this chick called Tara from Earth. She's a really cool oh my god, I thought this was like a necklace or something. It's like someone's teeth. What the fuck? It's literally like a cap. Why are there teeth here? Oh, what the fuck? Really like teeth. It's human fucking, ew, what the hell? That is so crazy. That's like an old cap. And this is, what the hell? Why is this here? Oh my gosh. No, that's crazy, man. I picked that up. I thought it was like a necklace. I thought those were like stones, and that was like where a stone had fallen out or something. What the hell? Crazy. That's a mystery I'll probably never know the answer to. What the fuck? Anyway, there's people over there. I'm just gonna pause until they're past. So I'm so conscious of my teeth now. I have crazy teeth, hey? Anyway, yeah, so anyway, this morning I made a mistake which angered someone, and it was all fine and well, but it really brought up, which is what I was saying, it's in alignment with the astrology. I follow this chick called Tara from Earth. She's an American astrologer. I follow her on Instagram, but I think she's probably on like TikTok and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just really resonate with her like branding. She conveys information in a really like relatable, concise, straightforward way, and it's like really useful. And she was talking about old things coming up at the moment to be dealt with and processed. And this morning's mistake and the anger that it was responded to with is like it was a big trigger, and it was this huge release for me. I had like this really big cry. At first I was like, no, past me would have cried about this. I'm not gonna cry about this because it's fine, like it's really not the end of the world. But then I could feel the emotion in my body, and I could feel the like depth of trauma that was being triggered, and I was well aware that it was very little to do with the present moment and a lot to do with like really deeply seated childhood trauma. So I allowed myself to cry, and I also like doodled in my journal before I could write the feelings out. I was like in too much depth of emotion. I was just like scribbling in my notebook just to like process the energy. And then yeah, so I did that. Then I wrote about, and I had like a cry, and then I wrote about it. And I really, really processed it really on a deep level, and I just became like so aware. I don't even know if you'll be able to hear me. Maybe I should just listen to this because this one's quite stormy. Cape Town is stormy, in case you haven't noticed. Cape Town's a bit stormy at the moment. Have you in my little like cozy cave, you'll be able to hear me. So sorry guys. The point is that Nova wants to throw again. Oh, you ball, dude. Oh, you okay? She ran into the bench. Oh my frick. The point is, guys, Should get a t-shirt with that made on. The point is, thanks for the magic of editing, that these videos are somewhat cohesive. Fuck me. The point is, I realized that I grew up in a really emotionally volatile environment. I grew up around adults who were fully grown children, and whose emotions absolutely ran the show. There was fuck all emotional regulation or self-awareness in that household, and I was a child in it, and my siblings and I were children in that household. And I've just become deeply aware of like how much of my identity was based around believing that I'm an absolute fuck up, and that I'm such an inconvenience to everyone around me, and that literally my breath in an environment is degrading the value of that environment because of how much I was made to feel that way as a child. And I may sound like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. Like, it was such an immensely emotionally abusive environment that all of us, but I can only speak to myself, grew up with this obscene sense of like feeling ashamed and feeling like you're in the way and feeling like really, really scared of conflict and really, really scared of other people's anger, and internalizing other people's anger and hate and believing that you were like the cause and the problem of that person's feelings, which ultimately had very little to do with me, especially as a child, as a very young, vulnerable child. And I just had very little empathy and safety as a child, and I had a lot of emotional volatility and hate and anger, and I was made to carry that from a very young age. And having this like triggered experience this morning where like literally like half an hour after I angered Claudio, he came back and hugged me and was like, I know that probably like freaked you out, and asked me, he knew me so well, he was like, did you cry? And he was like, it was like such a beautiful moment to be like held and forgiven so quickly for my small mistake that I humanly made. And it was just such a contrast to like the guilt and the shame that I was made to feel for such a long period of time for such small things that I did and didn't even do as a child. And I just realized like what is functional and what is dysfunctional. And it really helped me like become aware of how obscenely dysfunctional my childhood environment really, really was, and validated that, and validated me. And it was just, I don't know how to put it into words really beyond what I've said, that like it was this huge release because I cried. I cried for the fear that I was feeling. I cried for where it came from. And then I cried really, really deeply for the little girl that I once was, who never felt safe, who always was on edge, who always thought she was the problem, who always thought she was the fuck up, who regretted and lamented her and felt shameful about her very existence, about the very breath in her chest, about the space she took up in the world. I cried for her, and I acknowledged her, and I apologized to her, and I did my best to be there for her. And I really, really do feel myself like healing beyond that now, because I've got such a clear, mature, emotionally stable adult perspective on the childhood that I had. And I'm really just coming to see that I was never the problem. I was just surrounded by adults who were not grown up. Sorry, nerves, it's over here. I'm no longer a slave to my feelings and my emotions and those like scary, overwhelming feelings that used to literally spiral me into the depths of suicidal despair. They don't have that effect on me anymore. I felt them this morning. I felt them. And I was just so much... I have risen so high above those feelings that there were these little voices in the distance clawing at me. And I was like... So how I saw it was, I know Inside Out 2's come out, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm a very big fan of Inside Out 1 as someone who studied psychology. I was actually told by my one lecturer to watch it. In Inside Out 1, where, I can't remember his name, but she's got that imaginary friend, and he's like lost in that the deep subconscious where the memories go to fade away. That's how I saw my demons, my inner, like my old fear, my old pain, my old insecurity that used to tell me that I should kill myself. That's how far away they were. Like I was up on the normal functional level. Look at her face. Look at this dog. Nova. Look at her. She's so covered in sand. Yeah, I was like up on the level where all the different islands are, and there's like all that functionality, and the machine works well. And yeah, my old demons were down in that pit where things go to be forgotten. And I feel like this was like their last. They were like, I'm gonna rile one more time to try and drag you down to our depths of despair. And I was just like up in clarity, in the light, looking down at them, and I was like, I see you, I remember you, I acknowledge you, but you don't have a hold on me anymore, and I'm not gonna come down to you, I'm gonna rise above you. So yeah, beautiful, powerful, amazing healing process. But I need to throw the ball for my niece now. Goodbye. She's very concerned. What am I doing with my life? Look at her. Nova. She just wants the ball, guys. All she wants is the ball. Oh! Nova, sorry, sweetie, it fell.
That's like half a tree. It's not stealing, it's helping them.
Yeah, it's the same in Bathurst. Like when they fell a tree because of a storm or something, then everyone's like very cute. Chicken, they've got like chessboards and board games, so I think in summer it'd be quite a cool little spot. That's something I would love to do, is chainsaw sculptures.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
You've actually got to be able to see it, in the wood.
Yeah, well, that's part of being an artist. Yeah, that's cool. That's crazy. What is that?
It's a tree.
Yeah. You smell. Look at this foot. To the top. So cool. This is like a rough angel here. You see it from this side. There's another gate. Wow, so pretty. Yeah, I just sent myself the location of the place and I can go back there. Plants, you feel like you're in a rainforest. Oh wow, yeah. What is this? Yeah, let's chill. Brush on. I'm gonna take a photo of that. And that is why we like them. Yeah, no, I'll do it on the way out. Pure vegan and vegetarian cuisine. The good stuff. Crazy people screaming in the street.
Origins of Love has a score Y and the figure zeros resembles to a pig. Comment to refer to low or won't speak as a duck or goose egg.
Carlos, Carlos, Carlos.
Just make sure the top doesn't fall off.
The top of the what? The trophy.
It feels like a different game, feels like a different atmosphere.
What do you think?
Operated the
Hell
tournament,
yeah.
and which now has won the tournament.
Gobs? Ella? Where are we going? Where are we going? Good morning. We're out here on the sunniest day we've had in weeks. The first time we've had sunshine. Everyone's putting their washing outside. We're remembering what it feels like to not be frozen solid. It's a good feeling. What a beautiful day. This very old and tired bird hide, but it is still apparently functional. I don't like walking on planks like this, so I always walk on the edge because I find it so dodgy, but for that reason. Yeah, I don't like walking in the middle, but apparently it's still in the works, it's still functional. It's awesome. Silverman Gate 2. We went in there. We hiked all the way around. We came out here. So yeah,
Where are we gonna have a lunch break?
Bay.
Up there or?
it's the bay. That was the False Bay. Coming. Are you gonna have a snack? On top of the Cope Mountains. So nice. Close to afternoon. Oh, I've been videoing my pocket for 2 minutes.
Very long.
It's like the Delta. It's a mini Delta.